Hey guys, it's Mike here, and today I'm going to be presenting you the preview for Dragon Ball Super Episode 62, and giving my thoughts throughout it, what I think is going to be happening in the next episode, and the episodes to come, and kind of breaking down this preview for the next episode. Now, we already pretty much know what's going to happen in the next coming episodes due to spoilers that have come out recently, so I'm probably just going to talk about those while I'm talking about this. So, if you don't really want to hear any spoilers for the upcoming episodes of Dragon Ball Super, then just let me know your own thoughts down below as to what you think is going to happen. Make sure to hit that notification button so that you'll be able to get updated on all my videos to come in the future, and share this video with your friends so we can continue to make more videos like this in the future. But essentially, you know, it seems like a lot of big stuff is really going to go down in this next episode, Dragon Ball Super, setting up everything to come with perhaps the climax and finale of this arc. So let's get into this trailer and I'll break it down. And of course, this was translated by Herms according to the translators themselves. Let me turn this down a little bit so you can actually, you know, not blow your eardrums out if you're listening on headphones. Okay, so Trunks in this new badass, you know, legendary Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue form of his, whatever it happens to be, with his eyes blurred out like that, seems to be taking it to black and seems to be, you know, dominating straight up. They even say, Goku, Trunks is crazy powerful, but as we could see right here, like real quick, it seems like Black is actually coming back a little bit and, you know, landing a kick on Trunks and actually dealing some real damage. Now, I mean, maybe, you know, they're trying to give us the impression that Trunks powered up enough to where he's going to dominate them and hold them off, and maybe his power is kind of, you know, increased through his rage, so it just keeps going up so he can combat them. But it does seem like Black might very well be getting that next, you know, Zenkai or whatever he happens to be getting, and he might be turning the tide on Trunks in this fight. But, you know, that's just the next episode preview. It's really hard to go on. Now, we also happen to see Cop Trunks and Chi-Chi, or not Cop Trunks, I mean, maybe Trunks wants to be a cop after everything's finally settled down in his future for, like, the 10 people that there are in his future. That's gonna be weird when it comes to repopulating the Earth. I guess Trunks better hope that most of them are female. But it seems like Cop Krillin, you know, is speaking with Chi-Chi right now. I don't really know what that's going to be about. Maybe she's going to say, where's my husband? You know, I barely see the dude. I've been married to him for like 20-something years. When's he going to bring in some money? You know, I have superpowers and I could easily become a billionaire overnight, but, you know, where's Goku? Hey, at least she's not dead in this timeline. That's something you have to say. But he won't last long against two opponents. You know, it even seems like they're still pushing up the fact that Black and Zamasu are too much to handle even for this new supposed form of Trunks, which makes sense. I mean, Goku's Super Saiyan Blue blew off Zamasu's head, and it did nothing. So, you know, he instantly regenerated it. So it makes sense that even Trunks with this new form can't last long, and they're going to have to do something completely different. Here we actually get a little bit of a money shot again of that. Trunks with that Super Saiyan Blue aura, but with the yellow hair and the yellow aura of the normal Super Saiyan, and you even have that, you know, electricity around him, which looks akin to the Super Saiyan 2. So, is this Super Saiyan Blue 2, you know, is it something more in between Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan 2? Like, Trunks, of course, you know, he didn't really seem to train with Vegeta that long, so it would appear that, you know, perhaps Trunks happens to be having some kind of intermediate form, for example. You know, he seems to be having, you know, like, it's kind of like Goku's false Super Saiyan, perhaps, or, you know, from the Lord Slug movie. Although, looking at this, I would say that it's also possible that due to the fact that Trunks did not train that long with Vegeta, Vegeta might not have been able to teach Trunks how to keep his ki in his body and power it up so he could actually access the Super Saiyan Blue form. So perhaps through his rage, he somehow is able to keep some of it in there. Maybe it's so overflowing and overwhelming within him that some of it's coming out, but some of it is staying within him. Again, akin to, say, Broly in the first legendary Super Saiyan movie, and we know that Dragon Ball Super has certainly borrowed some stuff in the past from the filler and from even, you know, some of the movies. I would think there's a little bit of inspiration here and there. So it's entirely possible. But we also see, here's a little shot I want to get into first off. Well, my computer's being really slow for some reason. Here's another shot I want to see, and it looks like Beerus and Whis are back in the Kaioshin realm of Universe 10 talking with Gowasu. Now, I have no idea what they would be talking about. Perhaps they're going to be talking about, ways to, get around the time ring, since Beerus, obviously wasn't able to succeed in destroying the Zamasu in the future, who is Goku Black, or, stopping what he did in the future because of that time ring. So maybe he's asking more, Gowasu a little bit more about that. Although Gowasu is completely clueless. I mean, we all know this. Gowasu is probably the dumbest, most, naive Kai we've seen in the entire series. I mean, 2 times have we seen this dude die on screen. Twice. One time was reversed, and one time was in a future that's not going to happen anymore. But this guy got himself killed twice because he was too dumb to realize that the dude sitting literally across from him, like 2 feet away, is evil. Like, that's some Yoda in the prequels with Palpatine using the Sith temple underneath the Jedi temple that nobody seemed to know was there, kind of levels of stupidity, by blocking, I guess Palpatine also blocked the Kaioshin's ability to use their brain and to think, just like he blocked Yoda's ability to, I don't know, use any kind of rationality whatsoever when it came to this creepy emo kid sitting next to him, just like Zamasu. But then again, Black and Anakin from Revenge of the Sith do have some very similar outfits, so maybe there was inspiration. Maybe that's why this old, wrinkly, yellow-looking alien dude is so stupid. Toriyama's like, yeah, Yoda was an idiot, so how about Gowasu an idiot now, too? Sounds great to me. What's that? There's a technique that could beat Zamasu! And, of course, I'll protect the world, Trunks' angry superpower explosion. Which, of course, is a pretty cool name for an episode, I gotta say. Especially for me as a fan of, future Trunks, one of my favorite characters in the history of this franchise. Trunks kicking some ass and taking names, getting a new form, I'm all for that. But apparently they're saying there's a technique that can beat Zamasu? What is that technique? Well, as we know from the spoilers, as I said before, that technique is going to be the Mafuba, or the Evil Containment Wave. And, of course, Piccolo would be the one to bring it up. Now, it seems like they're going to be, reintroducing the fact that Master Roshi is actually helpful and knows techniques that they could use to beat everyone. I mean, Master Roshi still probably knows significantly more techniques than Goku or Vegeta does. Like, why don't they have Master Roshi also teach them how to use that technique where they, electrocute you and keep you in air and just make you give up like Goku is about to? Sorry, Black and Fist, he was gonna give up, man. Like, Master Roshi beat that guy multiple times in that fight, and he wasn't even trying to until he went 100% against the Uzaru. But on a different track, it's weird that they're going to go to Master Roshi when, they're talking to Piccolo and Piccolo brings it up. Now, we know for a fact Piccolo should know this move because Piccolo, is both Kami and Piccolo at the same time. Kami used the Evil Containment Wave, or Mafuba, in the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai in Dragon Ball, and Piccolo used the Evil Containment Wave Reversal, or the Reverse Mafuba, and he was able to actually seal away Kami as well. So this guy knows not only the real original version that was taught to Roshi, or that Roshi learned from Master Mutaito, by observing and then failing horribly, but he also knows a reverse version, so I know, Quaman definitely agrees with me here, but why don't we have Piccolo beat him? Or, I don't see Tien anywhere in this trailer either. What about Tien? Why's it gotta be Roshi, man? I mean, I love Roshi too, but come on, unless they bring Roshi of the future and Roshi actually succeeds this time, which, I'm just gonna say, okay, that's awesome. I don't really care anymore, come on, throw Piccolo a bone. No, not chopsticks! Don't throw the chopsticks! Oh, crap, he's dead again. Poor Piccolo. Poor Quaman. But yeah, essentially it seems like what's going to happen next week is probably going to be that Goku and Vegeta escape to the past while Trunks is holding off Black and Zamasu, and he goes to Master Roshi on the advice of Piccolo to learn the Evil Containment Wave so they could go back to the future and seal them away. And of course, we know even more is going to happen, beyond that, with the possibility that this Evil Containment Wave may in and of itself fail, and they may have to use some other kind of techniques. And we have been seeing those earrings on people's ears the entire time. You know, we've been seeing the earrings on Black's ear, on Zamasu's ear. We know that the Kaioshin and Kibito defused. I wonder what's gonna happen. We all know that, you know, what's going to happen is Black and Zamasu are going to fuse into Zamasu, Black, Zamasu, Black, Zamasu, with multiple letters in the way, you know, credit terms for that. Or, you know, whatever's going to happen, they're going to be incredibly powerful, and then Zamasu's going to be like, you know what, I always liked this other Supreme Kai from Universe 7, and then he's going to fuse with him, and then he's going to become so incomprehensibly, absurdly idiotic that he's just going to become, like, weak and useless immediately. So his immortality will probably go away, just because the Supreme Kai of Universe 7 is such a bitch, and he is going to immediately lose. And that'll be the end of the arc, and I'll have to say, that'll be great. You know, I can't really complain about that ending at all, and, you know, I'm going to really enjoy it, but no. It's probably, you know, again, they're probably going to learn the Mafuba, and I'm assuming that Black and Zamasu are probably going to fuse, and maybe Goku and Vegeta, or maybe Vegeta and future Trunks, or maybe, you know, how about while they're in the past, they get Gohan to go to the future, too? Just a little, you know, possibility there. Or maybe they get the Namekian Dragon Ball, since they have a time machine, could be there for as long as they really need to be, and then they use the Namekian Dragon Balls to wish future Gohan back, or something, even though he'd get curb stomp effortlessly. I don't know, but let me know your own thoughts down below in the comments section, what you think is going to happen, and, you know, what you think of the upcoming spoilers, you know, what really is going to happen in the next coming episodes, because I mean, a lot of people seem to not like the idea that they're going to use the Mafuba in order to beat Zamasu and Black, but I think it sounds pretty awesome. I mean, wow, they're going to use Master Roshi again in Dragon Ball Super, which is after Dragon Ball Z. I mean, this is the most relevant Master Roshi's been since, well, I guess Resurrection F, but, I mean, he wasn't relevant, like, pretty much throughout all of Dragon Ball Z, you know, even though for some reason he could fight Frieza soldiers, but didn't just kill Raditz or, you know, mess up Vegeta and everyone else. But it's awesome, and now they're gonna actually have Piccolo give them suggestions, so Piccolo isn't useless in this arc either, like he pretty much was in the Buu Saga. I mean, you know, maybe it's kind of batting 0.5 here, but I don't know, like, Trunks gets a new form. It's not just Goku or Vegeta getting a new form, or, you know, it's not even Gohan. Future Trunks. Wow, Future Trunks is kicking ass, taking names. I guess he's stronger than Goku and Vegeta individually now. I guess people don't like that for power scaling reasons, but I don't see a real issue with it. I mean, it's more of a storytelling issue as opposed to power scaling, because I mean, they could have built it up a little bit more like they did with, say, Gohan, but I guess the whole arc has really been building up, so I don't really have too much of an issue. It's not like they could have built it up over the course of 2 arcs or anything, although that would have been pretty cool during Resurrection F or Universe 6 or something, that they would go back and forth, you know, showing what was happening with Black and Trunks' future, or something like that, maybe, like, intersplicing it. But overall, I think this is going to be pretty awesome. I'm really excited to see it. And even if Goku wins, like, this is one arc in Dragon Ball Super. Roshi's mouth looks really freaking weird right there. This is one arc in Dragon Ball Super where, like, I guess Goku can win if, like, it really ends up coming down to it, because Goku hasn't won, like, one arc in this, you know, in this series so far. So if he wins, I'm not going to really have too much issue with it. But again, let me know your own thoughts down below. Make sure to check out the 5 ways to defeat Zamasu, in which I actually talked about the Mafuba as being one of the possibilities, which you can check out in the description and the annotation, as well as on my channel. Make sure to hit that notification button once again so you can get all of my videos and notifications for them in the future. And as I always say, stick around, because there's a lot more to come in the future.